Hello, everyone. I am Laura Weiskopf. I'm an urban planner and a graduate student of the Master of Planning and Development here at ECU. This is my second semester. So this presentation is part of the final assignment of the Local Economic Development Seminar course taught by Dr. AJ Jacobs. This presentation, the purpose of this presentation will be then to present you with an overview of economic development data of Martin County in North Carolina and to highlight the strength of the county in order to attract a potential industrial employer. This presentation is structured in 4 parts. First, we will provide a brief introduction of the general characteristics of Martin County to include location, major cities, area, population density, and some historical facts. The second section, the socioeconomic analysis section, will analyze trends regarding population, aid distribution, economic indicators, and education. The third section, the employment analysis section, we will highlight the major employment sectors and leisure employers. And finally, in the conclusion section, we will highlight the most important findings of the presentation and the analysis in terms of industrial development potential in Martin County. First, regarding location, Martin County is located in the southeast region of the United States in the Castle Plain of North Carolina. It is surrounded by Pitt County and Beaufort County on the south, Bertie County and Halifax County north, Washington County to the east, and Edgecombe County to the west. So the larger urban areas in Martin County are Williamson Town, Robertson Town, Jamesville Town, Hamilton Town, and Oaks City. Martin County is mostly a rural county since none of its urban areas have a population over 10,000 inhabitants. Major corridors of Martin include US 17, US 64, US 13, NC 25, 125, and NC 11. Regarding some general characteristics of Martin County, the county has a total area of about 456 square miles and a population as of 2022 of 21,508 inhabitants, which is equivalent to 47 people per square mile. On the other hand, North Carolina has a total area of approximately 48,000 square miles, a population of 10 million inhabitants, and a population density of about 220 people per mile. So in this sense, Martin County is 80% less dense than the average in North Carolina. However, according to Martin County Economic Development Corporation website, the population that is within a 50-mile radius of Martin County, it's approximately 500,000 inhabitants. So that is great for the county. The closer cities or major cities to Martin County are Raleigh, Greenville, Wilmington, and Norfolk. And a little bit of history about Martin County. The county was formed in 1774 from Tyrrell and Halifax County in response to residents' concern about traveling long distances to reach government offices. The county is also named after Josiah Martin, which was the last royal governor of North Carolina, and the city of Williamston is the county seat. Okay, now we're introducing the socioeconomic analysis. The first table would be population change in Martin County in North Carolina. From table 1, we can highlight that Martin County has lost approximately 16% of its population between the years 2000 and 2022, in contrast to the state of North Carolina, which has increased in population by 32.9%. So, as we can see in the graph, there's the difference of North Carolina increasing in population, Martin County slightly decreasing, and the graph on the right will show that the population of Martin County comprises about 0.2% of the total population of North Carolina. Table 2 highlights the population change in Martin County biggest cities. As I mentioned earlier, Williamstown is the most populated urban area in Martin County. Martin County does not have towns that surpass the 10,000 inhabitants. So when we see the trends of Williamstown, similar to Martin County, it also decreased in population between the year 2000 and 2022. However, it did at a slower rate, 13.8% compared to 16%. So as a general view, the population of Williamstown, it's equivalent to approximately 20% of the total population of the county. Table 3 showcases age distribution in Martin County and in North Carolina. As I mentioned earlier, the total population in Martin County is equivalent to 0.2% of the total population of North Carolina. The percentages of young population, persons under 5 years old and 18 years old, is very similar, with Martin County being slightly lower, and the percentages of people that is 65 years and over is larger in Martin County than in North Carolina, about 8.4%, with an 8.4% difference. So the population in Martin County is older than the population in North Carolina, with 54% of its population being between 18 and 65, compared to 62% in North Carolina and 26% of its population being 65 and over, compared to 17%. Also, the median age shows this, with Martin County being 46.3%, and North Carolina being 39. Table 4 highlights various economic indicators in Martin County and in North Carolina. The first one is median household income. Martin County has a lower median household income than the state of North Carolina, which is equivalent to about 70% of what the median household income in North Carolina is, or 30% less than North Carolina. Regarding the median per capita income, this one is about 25% less than North Carolina, $25,000 approximately, compared to $34,000. Regarding poverty levels, these ones are larger in Martin County than in North Carolina, 20% compared to 12.8%. That means that the poverty levels are 7.3% higher in Martin County. And lastly, regarding median housing value, the housing values in Martin County are about 50% less than the state of North Carolina, with $90,000 compared to almost $200,000. Regarding home ownership rate in persons per household, these ones are very similar, with around 66.9% home ownership rate in Martin County and approximately 2.4 people per household in Martin County. Regarding educational attainment levels in Martin County and in North Carolina, first we have high school graduates. In Martin County, the percentage of high school graduates would be 82.5%, and in North Carolina, it would be 89%, which means that Martin County has a lower percentage of high school graduates, 6.5% lower than the state of North Carolina. Regarding bachelor's and above educational levels, Martin County has a percentage of 14.5% compared to North Carolina that has a percentage of 33%. So in this sense, Martin County also has a lower percentage of people that accomplish a bachelor's degree and above. That would mean 18.5% less than North Carolina. However, according to the U.S. Census Bureau, I found this interesting indicator, which is women in computer engineering and science, that I found very inspirational. And it states that Martin County has a higher percentage of women in computer engineering and science than the average in North Carolina. On the other hand, the major occupations in Martin County would be management, business, science, and art occupation, specifically related to education, service occupations, and production, transportation, and material moving occupations. Next, Table 6 is the first table of our employment analysis section. Table 6 highlights the total employment per industry sector in Martin County. So first, we'll highlight the total employment. So as we can see, the total employment in Martin County decreased by 14.4% between the years 2000 and 2021. The industry sector that experienced the most growth was retail trade, with an increase of around 639% between the years 2000 and 2021, which is equivalent to 806 employees. The second largest increase in employment was the healthcare and social assistance sector, with an increase of 62%. On the other hand, the industry sector that witnessed the largest decrease was the construction sector, with a decrease of 51.5%, or which is equivalent to 230 employees between the year 2000 and 2021, followed by the manufacturing sector with a 32.2% reduction, and the wholesale trade sector with a 29% reduction as well. Next, we have the manufacturing employment in Martin County. According to the U.S. Census Bureau County Business Partners, only 2 manufacturing industry subsectors were reported. This is food manufacturing and textile mills. So first we have food manufacturing, which had between 500 and 1,000 employees in the year 2000, and in the year 2021 it decreased to 490,000. On the other hand, the textile mills, we have 250 to 499 employees in the year 2000, and the value in 2021 is unknown. So because Martin County is smaller county in population, some of the individual values of the firms were not released to avoid disclosing individual data for each of the employers. So that's why the U.S. Census does not provide a specific value for these subsectors. But we can, in general terms, we can say that the food manufacturing decrease, it is impossible to know how much it decreased, and the decimals is undetermined. But we can highlight some of the major manufacturing firms in Martin County, which would be Flagstone Foods. So Flagstone's food is a producer of trail mixes, nuts, and dry fruit. Um, their offices in Martin County are located in Robertsonville, and according to the Martin County Economic Development website, um, it has total employees of around 500 employees. So this table will be the last table of the employment analysis section. This table highlights the largest employers in Martin County as of 2023, according to the Martin County Economic Development Corporation website. So first, we have Flagstone Foods, which I already mentioned, and the Martin County Board of Education, each with over 500 employees. In the next tier, we have firms with 250 employees or more. We have Domtar Paving Company and Wilmore Associates. And finally, other firms that are also large would be Penco, Martin General Hospital, County of Martin Industrial Manufacturing Co., Martin Community College, Todd River LTC Group, Piggly Wiggly, Town of Williamston, Home Life Care, and Weyerhaeuser. So to conclude, this report has provided a comprehensive overview of background, social, economic, and employment characteristics of Martin County, with the purpose of informing future employers and local government officials in assessing economic development opportunities in the region. So I wanted to conclude with some of the advantages or the strengths of Martin County in terms of economic development. So first, I will highlight the advantageous location of Martin County. So Martin County has direct access to major highways, including US 17 that runs north to south and US 64 that runs east to west. Additionally, there is a projector interstate highway, the Interstate Highway 87, that will connect Norfolk, Virginia and Raleigh and will pass directly through Williamston town. Additionally, Martin is close to major urban areas, including the North Carolina Research Triangle, Greenville, Wilmington, Norfolk, Jacksonville, New Bern. So that's very positive. Another positive or advantage of Martin County will be that it is located in the proximity of ECU. It's only 27 miles away of a pool of 29,000 students that are like studying in more than 88 disciplines. So there is a large pool for potential and existing employers in Martin County. Another positive point is the lower housing and the lower land values. So as we saw in the socioeconomic analysis section, the median home prices in Martin County are approximately 50% less than the state of North Carolina. And this could attract residents, but it could also attract employers since the land value is also lower in Martin County. And this is really positive if you're looking for some investment. And finally, the town of Williamston already has economic development opportunities. So Williamston is currently developing the Robertson Business Park, which is right here, which is an 80-acre industrial park with 14 industrial lots, but it is completely ready. The city is serving water, is serving sewer, it has easy connections to gas, electric, and it's also right the railway. So this is also great for smaller industrial companies. The city is also giving incentives to potential employers that want to invest to accelerate and encourage the economic development of the region. Well, thank you very much for your attention. This concludes my presentation on Martin County. I wanted to highlight the strengths. Martin County, yes, it is losing population and its employment base is decreasing. However, its intrinsic strengths, such as location, the proximity to qualified potential employees, the economic development programs of the city, um, and its lower like home values and land values would be beneficial for anyone that wishes to invest in Martin County. So thank you very much for your attention, and I hope that this presentation serves and informs. Finally, we have the references, which are mostly from Martin County Economic Development Corporation, the U.S. Census Bureau, Martin County Tourism Development Authority, and the town of Williamston as well. Thank you very much.